Hey, what's up, everyone? I'm Sandra, and my husband Dustin and we decided to buy this property in May 2020 and fix it up. So when we first looked into houses, I think sometime in March 2020, first house ever, we're like, yeah, let's just see, what it's like, and just take a look what's out there. So we looked at some listings, and he ended up finding this place on Zillow. So he shows me the pictures. He's like, "Oh, we should totally look at this. This is awesome project. We can totally fix it up, do it ourselves." And I was like, "No, this is crazy." We worked as loan officers at the time, and remember when the rates were nice and low back in 2020? So we worked 60, 65, 70 hours. I was like, "We have no time to fix up a house. This is insanity. No, we're not going to do this." And yeah, no. So I shut the idea down. We didn't talk about it any further. A few weeks later, we found some more listings, looked at some homes, and they were just so plain and boring, and really close to your neighbor, when you can touch your neighbor's wall. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just nothing that I really enjoy. And so I was like, well, let's just go ahead and check out this property that you found there a few weeks ago. It doesn't hurt to take a look, see it in person, whatever. So we drive there, and it's only 25 minutes from downtown Phoenix. It's really close to walking distance to a mountain. I love hiking. I was like, let's check it out. So we get here, and there is like an attachment to the house, and then also a second story room above the garage. It has like an almost wraparound balcony. So I go on that balcony and look at the mountain, just like staring at the view. And I was like, this is it, we're gonna buy it. I was just like, this is amazing. So Dustin, on the other hand, he realized how much work this place is going to be. And he's like, no. So he's trying to back out. He's like, let's not do this. This is crazy. We don't have time for this. I was like, no, me still gazing at the mountain, all, whatever into it. I was like, no, we're gonna buy it. So long story short, we ended up buying it. And mind you, I guess neither of us really pictured ourselves to be a fixer-upper people, even though he went to school for furniture design, so he loves building stuff. I'm handy. I love building stuff, but smaller, smaller scale. So we always worked on projects ever since we've been together, but never anything major like this. So another thing, so those people, it was dirty. They were kind of hoarders, I think, and we were loan officers, but it still didn't mean that we knew anything about buying a house. So we had a really shitty realtor, which, by the way, was recommended by the company that we worked for. But she was god awful. Like, she didn't tell us about anything. She didn't really help us. She didn't do shit. And so we get the keys to the house, and I have to backtrack. So when we looked at the house, we already seen that there's tons of garbage and junk on this property. So we were like, well, this is all gonna go, right, before we get this property. And she's like, oh, yeah, it's all gonna be, it's all gonna go. But it was never put in writing, which honestly I didn't think about it, because I just feel this should be something that's a no-brainer. Like, take your garbage. So they didn't. We got the keys. They left so much shit. Our freaking realtor wasn't even here when we got the keys. She gave us the code to the garage so we could get in, and they were on the kitchen counter. Like, she just didn't give a shit. So we get into the house. They left us furniture. There was like this huge projector TV in the upstairs room, which we specifically said, it's gotta go. But they didn't. So we fought back and forth, I guess, with their realtor and then with our realtor, and we got a whooping $500 to pay for a dumpster. Nice, great. Anyway, so we started working on this house in June. I don't know if you know anything about Arizona, but it gets hot here, especially June, July, August, September. So in June, sometimes it's high 90s and sometimes triple digits. And since we had to do so much work, we didn't turn the AC on because all the doors were open to just get in and out easier. So we were just sweating our asses off. It was insane. And at first we were not gonna take any walls out because, just paint it, whatever, keep it simple. But in the kitchen we had to take pieces of the wall out. and there was just like stuff falling out of the wall. It looked like coffee grounds almost. We're like, what the hell is this? And turns out it's cricket feces. We're like, and I was just like, yeah, no, every single outside wall's got to go. This is disgusting. So we take out every single wall in every room, outside wall, and just cricket feces just like raining down on the ground. And then there was mice shit in there, and then that pink insulation was just in a bad shape. So it was a good call to take it out, and we ended up replacing it with spray foam insulation. Because at this point I was also so freaked out about scorpions. You know how they always tell you, oh my god, be careful, scorpions, blah blah. And I was just like, I want something that every single little gap is like sealed so nothing can come into this house. So that was the reason. So when we took out that beautiful thick green carpet they had all over the house, like below there was like stains, like brown disgusting stains, as you can see on the pictures here. They had dogs and a ferret and birds and whatever. So pee stains, I'm assuming, whatever it may be, absolutely disgusting. They lived here 17 years. The one room that's my office now, there was even poop on the carpet and against the wall, like smeared against the wall. I don't want to get too gross, but it was just absolutely disgusting. So it had to go for sure. At first, I was hoping to reuse the kitchen because everything was on a budget, and I was hoping, yeah, we can just paint the doors and just reuse it. But once we got the house, we realized how bad everything was. It was just not good. So we had to end up taking down the kitchen as well. And they had like really thick 2-inch thick countertops, like tiled countertops, super heavy duty, unlike the rest of the kitchen. Taking that shit down was insane. It took a lot of work, but demo work is kind of fun. That's like the fun part. You can just really get into it. So that was the fun part. But so yeah, I took the kitchen out, and then there was tile in the dining room, kitchen, and a little space by the front door. So we rented this machine, hoping that this machine is gonna make work so much easier, but neither Dustin and I really knew how to handle it, so it was still such a pain in the ass. But our friend Lawrence, he helped us. He just manhandled that thing like it's nothing. So he pretty much busted out all the tiles, thank goodness. And so that was awesome. And then there was like still some residue, like from thin set or something. So we rented a floor polisher with a grinding attachment. I don't know if you ever used one of those, but that's not easy either. So apparently it turns out you have to keep the bottom part like super, super flat, and or else it's just gonna keep jumping on you, which happened to us and was freaking hell. It was hilarious, but it was also really annoying. So Dustin used straps to hold it from one side, and I was like trying to handle it, as you can see in the videos, to not have it jump. It was freaking insanity. It was just not cooperating with anything that we were trying to do. Towards the end, it was okay, and then it was just nuts. And then we had this little cart that they also left us, busted tires, but we would use it to drag all the drywall pieces out of the house. And we didn't fix those tires until 6 months ago. So 3 years later, we finally fixed those damn tires. But we were just so immersed in this project because we were at a time crunch. The lease for our apartment was up at the end of August. So they said, oh, you can do months to months, but I think they wanted like $400 more every month. So I was like, that's crazy. Let's just try and fix it up to make it somewhat livable. So we, can just move in and don't have to pay those extra $400 and just save the whole rent and the $400 and put it into the house. So we did that. And when we moved in here at the end of August, we didn't have any running water in the house. We didn't even have a bathroom yet. And I think we didn't even have running water until, I don't know, early November. But there was an outside bathroom, like a shitty shower, and there was a toilet. So we had a bathroom to use, which, was okay. Nighttime, if I had to use the bathroom, I just pee in the bucket. Who cares? But you just make it work. And we didn't even have a kitchen until later, but there's like little toaster ovens and whatever, you just make it work. But this is just kind of the first video of many. I am super excited to finally 3 years later share this story with all of you, and just excited, and not just for everybody to see and to learn from our mistakes, because we've made many mistakes, which I will talk about in future videos. But I just really hope you're gonna enjoy it just as much as I do, and like our content, follow us, subscribe to our channel, and just stay tuned for what's gonna happen to it. Thank you so much for watching.